Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Good Fruits. Today I'm going to be doing another foundation review and I'm coming at you with the Dermablend foundation. So if you want to see how this foundation wears all day, then keep on watching. Alright, so first thing is first, this foundation is retailing for $40, it looks like. And I actually bought this foundation on Amazon, but they are also selling it on Ulta. So $40, the price point is, I would say, fair for like a good foundation. I did review the Lancome foundation. That one was retailing for $50, and I would link that video below. But I feel like $20 to $40 is like a fair price point, especially for a more high-end foundation, if you will. So right away, we're going to go into the claims that the foundation brand that Dermablend is making. So right away, we're going to go right into the claims that they are making on their website. I'm reading this from the Ulta website where it says that Dermablend Flawless Creator Liquid Foundation Drops is oily-free, highly pigmented foundation with only 10 ingredients for zero weight full coverage. It says that it's weightless. It's full coverage. It's for acne, redness, rosacea, hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, and more. Its unique silky texture provides a comfortable natural finish. Up to 16 hours of smudge and transfer resistant wear. 16 hours of smudge and transfer resistant wear when set with Dermablend setting powder. I don't have the Dermablend setting powder, so I'm just going to be using the powder that I always use, which is the Cody Airsprung. It says you can use alone or mix with skincare by using 1 drop of foundation for tint or up to 4 drops of foundation for more coverage. Suitable for all skin types, which is very interesting because usually they have a foundation specifically for oily skin or a foundation specifically for dry skin. So it's claiming that this foundation is going to be good for all skin types. It says for oily skin, combination skin, acne prone skin, and sensitive skin. I don't see them saying dry skin, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Skin security standards, dermatology tested, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really else really that I care about. So yeah, it says step 1, shake visibly for 3 to 5 seconds, which I have never shaken this thing in my life. But I'm going to shake it now just because I'm doing a thorough review. Squeeze dropper to flush out any excess product. Shake again to ensure product is fully mixed. Use dropper to apply. Use fingers for a soft skin-like finish. Use a firm brush for full coverage. Mix with your moisturizer, primer, or SPF for a custom tinted skincare routine. It says to extend makeup wear, set with Dermablend loose setting powder, a cruelty-free makeup foundation full coverage formula. All right, so I don't have the Dermablend setting powder, but I feel like with any foundation, I shouldn't have to be buying a custom powder. I'm not about to be buying everything that the brand says for me to buy just to like give them more money. I should be able to, implement any powder that I want. It should be universal, especially if you're spending $40 on it. So I'm just going to be using the powder that I always use, which is the Cody Airspun. So right away, if you guys didn't know, the Dermablend foundation actually comes with a dropper, which is very interesting. I feel like I get the point that they're trying to make, that you can drop drops in with your foundation. Like you could drop drops in with your with your moisturizer. So they trying to like tell you you could be a chemist up in here, and you could just be coming up with your own formulas up in here. So you could probably just, I'm actually gonna try that out, just like with a little dot, because I've actually worn this foundation a few times, not that many times. And I kind of don't want to give my, not that many times. I feel like, just so you guys know, I have really oily, acne prone skin. And I do feel like by the end of the day, the foundation is already coming out of my nose. But I feel like I have that problem with a bunch of foundations. It starts breaking up usually around where my nose is. So I just put a little dab of the moisturizer and a little dab of the foundation, and I feel like it does give you like a little bit, I don't even know if you guys can see that, but I don't really feel like I'm gonna be doing that. But it says that you can do it, or you can wear it alone by itself. I don't think that I'm going to be doing that, at least for not right now. I kind of am a very like practical person. I just want to put my makeup on and go. Like, and I'm not trying to be like a chemist or nothing. So I guess like it's an option just for you guys to know that you could do that. So I already went in with my Vanicream. I've talked about this a bunch of times on my channel. This is the moisturizer that I use because it's free of a bunch of stuff. And I'm actually gonna go in with some sunblock. I've got this one from Amazon, which I will link down below if I'm able to find it. And for you guys that don't know, I've mentioned a bunch of times that I live in Miami, so I'm trying to be more adamant about putting sunblock, especially on my T-zone, because that's where I get, you know, a lot of sunspots. And I'm gonna be applying my foundation with a brush today. I usually keep my makeup in something like this, so if you guys see me reaching over here, it's because that's where I have my makeup. So I'm actually going to be applying Morphe brush. Something that I really learned as I got more into makeup was you kind of have to see which foundation you're going to be applying with a brush and which foundation you're going to be applying with a sponge. You can't always use a brush, you can't always use a sponge. Reason being is that some foundations are more full coverage than others. So it depends on how you like it. If you want to use a sponge to build up a heavier foundation so it doesn't look so splat on your face, if that makes sense, it doesn't look so like just like packed in on your face, then use a sponge. But if you want like more full coverage, then use a brush. There are certain foundations I use with a sponge, certain foundations I use with a brush, just depending on how the foundation wears on my skin, if that makes sense. So today what I'm going to be doing, which this is kind of the annoying part, is that I have to kind of take the dropper and I have to like be careful not to make a mess. And I'm just going to be going in with a few drops, which I don't think I did that properly because I only got like one drop. So I'm going to go in. I think you just go in and you just squeeze the top when it's in there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm not getting any drops. I feel like every time I use this foundation, I always struggle with that. But there's like nothing in here. I don't know. Am I doing it wrong? Let's see if you guys can see. Maybe I'm not squeezing hard enough. I don't know, guys. You see, that's the problem with this dropper thing. You know, sometimes I feel like brands, they just trying to be extra. Like, just put a damn pump and call it a day. So as you guys can see, like I have like some acne. I struggle with acne like my whole life because, you know, I have such oily skin. Actually, this is the calmest my skin has been now that I'm 28. But when I was in middle school, I did talk about another video. I had acne like all the way down here, and just like a lot of rosacea, like a lot of like just like a lot of red, like hyperpigmentation, especially my forehead. My forehead gets really red. But yeah, so we're just gonna go in. The thing about this foundation is it does have a different texture to it. It feels like more velvety on the skin. And you don't need a lot with this foundation, not at all. As you can see, I literally just did one pass on that scar that I had from a pimple, and it completely covered it up. So this one is definitely more on the full coverage side. You really don't need that much. But I don't feel like I got a lot on the brush. So I'm going to go in for some more. I'm still learning this foundation because I barely use it. I think I put too much now. I barely use it. Since I'm here in Miami, I kind of look for foundations that are more lighter coverage, because imagine in the heat and the sun and people, they're gonna be able to see all of that on your face, I feel like, more prominently because of the sun and the heat. And you want a foundation that's gonna be able to withstand the heat. So I did get some on my hairline there, but that's okay. I'm gonna clean myself up. Just making sure I'm getting on the neck. So as you can see, this is kind of how it's covering up my skin. Very full coverage. It definitely feels really soft on my skin, like just very velvety. That's kind of what I like about it. It's very interesting. It's very different. It doesn't feel like other foundations feel when you put it on. And I feel like blending it is very feathery, very effortless. I only had to go in there one time with this foundation. I actually am doing this review because I barely wear this, and I bought it a while ago. And I just barely wear it. I probably wear it like 3 times. But yeah, I just thought I'd do like a more in-depth review to see how it's holding up. And I really don't even feel like I need any concealer. Like, I don't have to touch up or anything. I'm gonna see how I look here in this mirror. Yeah, I really feel like I don't need to do anything else. I might actually be having a new love in my life, because lately I've been wearing the Lancome one a lot. It's very buildable coverage, like but I feel like one pass and you are good. Like, you're doing right. So I'm actually gonna go in now with my powder. I'm actually gonna be going in now with this powder. This is a Cody Air Spun. I've been using it all my life. No, I'm kidding. I have used other powders, but I mean, I've been using this for the past few years and I haven't used any other powders. So actually, I should be getting into trying new powders, which I am. So if any one of you guys recommend the powder, let me know. I'm just gonna go in with my brush, and first I'm gonna go in with a sponge, and just set my nose very precisely. Reason being is because I get so oily here, and I just gonna kind of let the powder set, because this is where I get really, really oily in my T-zone. And then I'm just gonna go in with a powder brush. So I don't really put that much makeup as I used to before when I was younger. I started getting into makeup when I was like in middle school because I had really bad acne, and it made me super insecure. So then I started really getting into makeup, and I actually started watching people on YouTube do their makeup. And that's how I pretty much learned, by watching people on YouTube, because my mom and my older sister, they're not really into makeup like me. I'm just really into makeup in terms of like foundation. I feel like right now foundation is what I enjoy the most about my routine, because I have such oily skin, and I do have blemishes from my war, like in middle school. Like my skin was in a battle, you know. But yeah, you could just see like my war in middle school on especially these parts of my cheeks. But I'm not gonna lie, as I have gotten older, it has calmed down a lot. And so yeah, right now I'm not really into like baking or anything like that. What I'm into is I'm into a good foundation. That's what I'm into right now. And just making sure that my skin looks nice, you know, and everything else, I want it to look natural. Before I used to do all the baking and like all the cream contour, which I probably still do every now and then, just, you know, on an everyday basis. Like right now I'm just going, I think I'm gonna head out to the mall to get something to eat, and then I'm gonna go to school today. For those of you that don't know a little bit about me, I'm in graduate school right now, and I'm trying to become a dietitian. So that's my background. And yeah, so you'll probably see like more of me in school, like more vlogs of me in school and things like that. But I also really love makeup, and I wanted to do a channel on makeup. And I'm also going to be talking about God on this channel. I don't want anyone to be surprised when I start making more channels about Bible study and things like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna say that I said it from the beginning that this channel is a little bit of everything. The reason why I came up with the name Good Fruit was because I wanted to do a channel that represents, first of all, good fruit is mentioned in the Bible. God says that you would know a person by the fruit that they bear. And it's like saying, like, when you're a good fruit, you are bearing good things from God. You start to, the way that you talk, the way that you think, the condition of your heart, what you have in your life, all represents you being a good fruit. And so, I wanted a name that was biblical and also incorporated my studies, which I'm studying nutrition right now, and I'm trying to be a dietitian. So I thought that name kind of just combined everything, and that's what we're going to be talking about on this channel. Just everything that has to do with everything, pretty much. Having a good makeup look, nutrition, Bible study. Like, we're talking about the beauty on the outside, but also your beauty in the inside, and just like a bunch of stuff, you know. God, like, he wants us to be prosperous. He wants us to be fruitful. Like, he wants us to have income, you know. And I feel like I'm very passionate about that in my walk with God. is that he wants us to have income. He does not want us to be in lack. He does not want us to be in poverty. It's not even his will. Like, pretty much my channel is going to be about God, beauty, everything you could imagine that would make us good fruits. And yeah. So I'm done setting the foundation, and I'm going to actually speed you guys on up. And I hope that you guys would subscribe, like my channel if you want to see more of the content that I just mentioned. And I will be doing foundation reviews because I love foundation, yo. And we're going to be talking about, and if I'm going to speed you guys right on through. The finished look. I'm going to be taking you through the day and to show you how the foundation is holding up. I have to say this foundation feels super lightweight. Like, I don't feel it on my face at all. And I kind of don't put any blush. The only thing I put is like bronzer around my face. I don't put any eyeliner. I don't put any mascara because your girl is just going to be at school today, and I think I'm going to be going to the mall really quick to return something, try to get something to eat. And this is just pretty much how I rock it on a daily. That's why I feel like if you're gonna invest into one product, invest in foundation, because you just want to look, you basically just want to look like you got nothing on, but you got, you know, that no makeup look. So basically you just want to look clean, you want to look presentable, you want to look confident, and you don't want to look like you going to the club. Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to put too much on just to be like out and about. So this is just pretty much how I'm rocking it. And yeah, so I'm gonna be taking you through my day, and I will show you how the foundation is holding up. Hey everyone, so your girl is back in the car. I just finished coming from school. I'm about to head home right now, and the time is 5:43. So I put this foundation on like about 1:10. So we're going at about 5 hours because it's about to be 6. I wanted to give you guys a close-up on the foundation. I'm really loving it. The finish is like, it's matte but not too matte, if that makes sense. But I wouldn't say it's like maybe a satin, because it's like matte, but you don't look like, I know some matte foundations like Photoshop matte foundation. That one is super heavy and matte. This one, there's like still some sheen to it, and my oil is coming through a little bit more, but it's not peeling or anything. And you could kind of see like my acne scars here. They're still looking good. And you know, I touch my face a lot throughout the day, and you could see that my face looks very natural now that my oil is kind of kicking in, and now that the foundation has sunk into my skin a little bit more. You can't even tell I'm wearing foundation. It looks very natural. And so currently it is 11:19. I got caught up doing some things, but I just wanted to check in with you so you can see how the foundation is holding up. So a little bit of breaking apart here in the place where I get really oily. But if you could see the side of my face, it's pretty much still intact. So I've been wearing this foundation for more than 8 hours, and I really do feel like my face doesn't look super oily. It still looks pretty matte, I'm not gonna lie. And this hasn't moved or anything. And I've done so many things today. I went to the mall, I went to school, I ate, I was like on my bed, I was doing things, I touched my face a lot. So I just wanted to show you my forehead here, because sometimes the foundation moves around on my forehead. And then I have like discoloration, like a spot of foundation, and then the red just surrounds it. But yeah, I'm just gonna close the video out by saying my final thoughts. Final thoughts, price point, $40. Can't get better than $40. I mean, I genuinely am a firm believer that if you have to invest in one product, invest in your face. You don't want to have like eyeshadow everywhere and like, your eyes are looking banging, but your skin doesn't. So I really feel like, you know, you have to invest in the foundation. Is $40 the cheapest? No, because I know you could get Revlon in CVS for more than half the price. But then again, sometimes you want variety in your routine. The foundations like Dermablend and Lancome, you're not going to get the same effect. However, I have to say, I did a review on the Lancome. I'll link it in the description on the bottom. That foundation was $10 more. That foundation is $50. And I have to tell you guys that at the end of the night, it was breaking apart a lot more around my nose than this one was. This one held kaput, all right? This one did not move. I'm really happy with this foundation. Another final thought. Dermablend claims that this foundation is like a one size fits all, that it's for all skin types. I don't know how it's gonna be on other skin types. But so far on my oily, acne prone skin, it held up pretty nicely. Just here where my nostrils are is doing some weird things right here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and yeah, I mean, I don't see anything else going on that is worth mentioning, but I would definitely invest in this foundation. It has a different texture to it. When you put it on, you will know what I mean. It just feels very velvety. Also, I literally passed the brush on this one time. I mean, you guys saw that this literally, I just put the brush on it one time. And yeah, I think that that's it. So, and I also felt like I didn't need to put any concealer because it was so full coverage, but it was a full coverage that didn't make me look like I was one of those mannequins in the store. I didn't feel like, you know, a statue or nothing. Like my skin still felt like my skin. And I think that's it for today, guys. I put Dermablend to the test. More than 8 hour wear. The only thing that I could really honestly say was I thought I was gonna actually test it out in humidity, but it was not hot today. It was like 50 degrees today in Miami. So that's the only thing I would say. I don't know how the foundation is going to hold up in, let's say you were out and about at the park or something. Like if you went to like the Disney World and it was hot that day and you spent all day in the park. I don't know how it would hold up with like sweat and all of that. That's the only thing. But so far, so good, you guys. And I will see you in my next video. Stay tuned for more reviews on foundation. I will be doing more hair tutorials, more reviews on hair tools, more reviews on foundations. Now I'll be doing my Bible teachings. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.